A really momentous occasion. They eventually made it after nearly 5 months of waiting. It appears like Shiba Inu is re-establishing its footing in the market. Do you recall the one in March when its price increased by a factor of 3 in only a few days? Well, a pattern that is rather similar may. Now be observed, there can be no delay. This movie is time sensitive. Now we can cut to the chase. Important notice, the Ethereum ETF has now been greenlit. We have been waiting patiently for this for quite some time. We saw historic shifts towards crypto ETFs in 2023 when Bitcoin was the first. There was a deluge of coverage of the process when companies like BlackRock asked the SEC to launch the first Bitcoin exchange-traded fund ETF. The constant flow of information made it easy to keep up with the news and participate. These companies wasted no time in submitting applications to have an Ethereum ETF approved following the January approval of the Bitcoin ETF, but then something unexpected happened. Nearly 6 months have passed since January, during which time there was total quiet. Exactly 0 updates, 0 news, 0. The Ethereum ETF was widely believed to be in the clear and not approved due to the lack of information. Many individuals had this view for various reasons. There was a lot of guesswork and uncertainty due to the long period of quiet. Doubts were further heightened by the SEC's cautious stance on crypto legislation. Some speculated that the differences between Ethereum and Bitcoin, with their inherent complexity and special difficulties, could have played a role. The wider regulatory landscape surrounding cryptocurrencies was also still changing, which added to the skepticism. Everything shifted, though, today. Every member of the cryptocurrency community is ecstatic that the SEC has given the green light to the Ethereum ETF. The charts clearly show a red condition. Along with Ethereum's drop, other cryptocurrencies have taken a tumble. Our prior work with Bitcoin has taught us that Shiba Inu are extremely vulnerable to fluctuations in exchange-traded funds. So Shiba Inu suffered a larger fall than Ethereum, which saw a minor decline. In my previous videos, I did say that this will happen. The pattern that emerged following the approval of Bitcoin ETFs in the US and Hong Kong is repeating again. A dump was approved, and then the price slowly rose after a big pump on the impending approval news. It was very probable that Ethereum would experience the same thing. First, the market falls, then it slowly recovers and eventually rises again. For instance, the initial approval of the US Bitcoin ETF resulted in a market fall. However, subsequent approval led to enormous increases, eventually reaching new all-time highs. It did, however, take some time. The turnaround time was quite long. Ethereum might be experiencing a sell the news event right now. The present price decline is a result of investors selling their Ethereum holdings after purchasing them in anticipation of the approval. However, a recovery and an eventual price increase are anticipated to occur in the future, likely to achieve even greater heights than Bitcoin did. Also, this is quite intriguing. There has been a lot of speculation among crypto fans regarding which asset might be the next to receive a product like this after the SEC authorized numerous Ethereum exchange-traded funds based on spot prices. The introduction of an ETF usually results in substantial price swings for cryptocurrencies because it legitimizes the asset and attracts more investors. Consider this viewpoint. The public is quick to guess what a tech company will produce next whenever a new device hits the market. They become animated, speculate about what might happen, and draw conclusions based on what they've seen in the past. In a similar vein, when a prominent cryptocurrency like Ethereum receives an ETF, investors and fans in the crypto community start keeping an eye on other potential coins, wondering which one will be approved next. Keeping an eye out for promising opportunities and setting oneself up to take advantage of them is the name of the game. Shiba Inu ecosystem main developer and pseudonym Shytoshi Kusama has chimed in on the discussion, which is interesting. Kusama wondered if the SEC's green light for several Ethereum ETFs might pave the way for a Shiba Inu ETF too. So long as Ethereum is able to secure approval for a spot-based ETF, Shiba Inu should be able to do the same. It begs the question, given that an issuer may choose to apply for it, could Shiba Inu also obtain comparable permission from the SEC? Though he didn't offer an explicit response, Kusama did invite his audience to weigh in. This demonstrates that even among Shiba Inu owners, there is much interest in and conjecture about the potential of their beloved cryptocurrency. Additionally, there is an important point for you to grasp. Although the SEC has a track record of classifying a number of digital assets as securities, Shiba Inu has avoided doing so in all of its cases involving digital asset companies. Taking into account the likelihood of a Shiba Inu ETF, this becomes much more important. The Shiba Inu community has been trying to get an ETF for the breed, but no asset manager has expressed interest. Grayscale is one among them. Back in February, members of the community asked them to start an ETF for Shiba Inu. Even though the petition has hundreds of signatures, Grayscale still hasn't taken notice. Still, the Shiba Inu subculture is pushing the petition forward in the hopes of amassing enough signatures to catch the eye of fund managers. Meanwhile, Kusama has announced that he will be devoting his time and energy to future projects including Shiba Inu. This bodes well for the Shiba Inu ecosystem since it suggests that new and interesting things are on the horizon. Kusama didn't go into depth about these projects, but his emphasis hints at future discoveries and advancements that might be good for the Shiba Inu community. Furthermore, Kusama spared no effort in extending congratulations to the Ethereum community on the green light for the spot-based ETF offerings. Developers and communities in the crypto realm can recognize and honor each other's accomplishments, regardless of their collaboration on separate projects. This gesture exemplifies this spirit of camaraderie and mutual regard. Congratulations to the Ethereum community on the ETF approval were also conveyed via the official Shiba Inu ecosystem handle. Members of the Shiba Inu community emphasized its significance, describing it as a major victory for the entire cryptocurrency business. The handle emphasized how this decision might pave the way for Shiba Inu investors to have easier access to the crypto market through Ethereum ETFs, leading to greater financial inclusion. Like what transpired when the Bitcoin ETF was approved in the US, we saw huge influxes of capital into the cryptocurrency market. The Bitcoin ETF had daily inflows of hundreds of millions of dollars as it first opened for business. But it also drew more attention to the cryptocurrency sector as a whole. One of the reasons Shiba Inu saw a big price hike at the start of March was because of this surge in interest. The issue then becomes, would the approval of the Ethereum ETF have a comparable impact? Yet there's more. In addition, the Shiba Inu handle acknowledged the enthusiastic members of the Ethereum and Shiba Inu communities for their contributions to bringing about constructive change in the cryptocurrency industry. It is truly remarkable to witness how communities can unite, each with their own distinct ambitions and aspirations, while still working together and offering mutual support for shared aims. When people in the crypto business work together, they can open doors to even more opportunities and breakthroughs. Ahead of the 2024 Blockchain Futuristic Conference in Toronto, the Shiba Inu ecosystem team is preparing for their prominent role as title sponsors. Note that Shiba Inu will be exhibiting their ecosystem initiatives at a separate booth from the rest of the conference. The hope is that this will pique people's interest in Shibarium and the Shiba Inu ecosystem as a whole. The team's eagerness to promote their initiatives and interact with the community is evident in this fantastic development. So what are your thoughts on the matter? Place your comment in the space provided. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. If you're interested in learning more,